Hello, our dear ones. We are the Council of Light, and we greet all of you with the highest love. We are always present. We are among you all, and those of you who open your awareness to us, perhaps feel our energy and our presence more strongly. We never have a shortage of wisdom and messages to share. What we wish to focus on today is how to help you all recognize the greatest teachers in your lives and understand that while there are many teachers, many of those who have ascended the average level of consciousness and teachers who have been with humanity throughout times, these teachers were meant to teach many. And each of you have different teachers in your lives. They may not be well known, but they will always be renowned as long as your soul has opened up to the meaningful presence, energies, and teachings that they bring to your life. Recognizing the three types of teachers in your life, there are three different teachers, and while teachers can bring many lessons, they tend to show up in your lives in very unique ways. And some of these teachers may not always appear through the lens of love. They sometimes may bring bad news. Sometimes they may wear the mask of a rather unpleasant energy, lesson, or emotion, but remember that all emotions come as teachers, and all teachers are here to bring a lesson. It is up to them to show up in your life, to interact with you, albeit for a short or for a longer period of time, but it is ultimately up to each of you to question what it is that they were meant to bring to your life, and how you are meant to learn, grow, and expand from those experiences. The first teacher triggers your journey. The first type of teacher is sometimes an adversary. And an adversary is one who perhaps shows up and may bring at first an energy of discord, an emotion, or a feeling that may initially be experienced by you as frustration, hurt, loss, or rejection. And remember, our dear ones, that although these emotions may be difficult in the moment, they are all destined to catapult you to higher learning. It is those triggers, however they may have been brought on in your life, whether it is one who has disappointed you, one who has perhaps made you feel smaller or belittled, it is those triggers that invite you to look within yourselves, to ask why you have been triggered, how you are meant to overcome these triggers. And it is, in essence, those triggers that reflect to you an area of vulnerability. And this is why it is important to be vulnerable. Because when you open yourself up to being vulnerable, you begin to understand how and where your soul needs to heal. It is those wounds that arise as hurt and vulnerability, yet once you acknowledge those deeper inner wounds, you take the very important journey towards healing, growth, surrender, and letting go. Remember that those who trigger you are simply here to teach you something, and there may be many individuals who trigger you, perhaps in a different or in similar ways. Recognize these souls not as individuals who come to hurt you, but oftentimes they are here to show you something about yourself that needs to be seen, witnessed, and experienced. The second teacher helps you recognize and release. The second type of teacher is the individual who teaches you how to let go and how to surrender. Sometimes these may be the same teachers that trigger you, but they may entirely represent a different individual or group of individuals, and they are here to encourage you to let go and to surrender, to acknowledge those triggers, to honor and recognize what it is that you need to attain and achieve within yourself. It is the individuals that help you release, and remember that there are a number of ways in which you can release. Perhaps it is those who offer a shoulder to cry on, an ear when you need to discuss or vent. Sometimes those teachers come as individuals who allow you to temporarily escape the hurt, to laugh, to release in a multitude of ways. Those are the teachers who help you transition from the trigger point to the healing point. They carry you, they hold you, and they uplift you. Oftentimes, these teachers, though they may be present in your life for a short time, they tend to be people who are known as friends, as colleagues, as your support network. The third teacher helps you learn and heal, and, our dear ones, there is a third type of teacher. These teachers often come as the healers. Understand that those who heal are those who allow you to connect to a higher consciousness, to fully integrate within your being the actual lesson that you needed to learn from those inner wounds. For once you acknowledge those wounds, once you learn to release and let them go, you are ready to commence the process of healing. And healing is partly a reflection of your ability to surrender and let go. But true healing comes with the ability to learn the lesson at hand, to understand what it is that you learned from the hurt, how you have let go of the hurt, and how you then heal by stepping into a higher plane and realm of consciousness. When you are healed from those triggers, you learn to connect with a higher energy, one that is more neutral to those triggers in the future, or in the very least one that allows you to be more resilient to any triggers. This does not mean that you will never be triggered again. It simply means that when you are triggered, you are going to be able to immediately bridge from the trigger to the release and the healing that is essential. When you heal, our dear ones, you rise above the initial hurt, and you learn to connect to wisdom within yourself that is always connected to Source. This reminds you of what it is that your soul chose to learn from those triggers. In many ways, these teachers are here to help you journey on the path to higher learning. Healing is one sure way to receive and instill this learning within yourselves. We will also leave you with this very important message that though loved ones around you may come as teachers at different stages and phases in your learning and growth, we wish for you all to remember that all of those teachers at an energetic level are connected to you from a place of love. No matter how they show up, no matter how long they stay, they are here to help awaken the teacher within each of you. For first and foremost, you are all your highest and best teacher to yourselves, and the way in which you allow the inner teacher to emerge is by first recognizing that you are always in receipt of wisdom and messages from beyond. The more you open yourself up to these messages, the faster you learn and emerge from any and all hurt, and the more quickly you learn to connect with the lessons that your soul has come here to embrace. We are always present to guide you towards the path of healing. You have all the support, all the tools, and all the resources to expand this learning in a way that serves your highest and greatest good. We send you love. Thank you. The Council of Light.